Good afternoon. This is Walt Hartnett with the Pennsylvania VFW podcast. Coming to you live from the Midwinter Conference, day 2. We just got done our morning session, about to break out into our afternoon sessions. But during the morning session, one of the speakers in one of the presentations was done by Dana Tabay here. Tabay. See, I'm so bad with names, chat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody does it.
All right. So Tabay, and she is district commander for VFW Auxiliary, or president Auxiliary District 25. And we're going to talk a little bit about her path going up, through the auxiliary, and then a really cool organization that she's on or chairs, and did a nice presentation for Nate. So welcome, Dana.
Hi.
So yeah, give us a little bit introduction, your background, and your path through the auxiliary.
Like I said, my name's Dana Tabay, and I'm the district president for District 25 for the auxiliary. I've been a part of the auxiliary for the last, I have to count. I'm pretty new to the organization. I have 4 kids, from 14 to 6. So life was a little busy for the last 10 years. And then I jumped into the auxiliary. So this is probably going into my 5th year. Yeah, into my 5th year with the auxiliary. I'm 4th generation auxiliary member. Goes all the way back to my great grandmother, and my mom's currently an auxiliary member. And I'm with Auxiliary 8106, which is New Galley in New Galley, Pennsylvania, which is just north of Pittsburgh. Just been attending meetings, and I was a junior vice, and then I was a senior vice.
So you went through the chairs,
chairs. Never made auxiliary president. Went straight to district president.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
What post are you affiliated with?
8106.
Which is where?
In New Galley.
Okay. You probably said that. I'm looking at my notes, and I'm
okay.
worried about the sounds here. That's so. And so, who gives you your path into the auxiliary? Is it like husband, father?
I'm under my grandfather, who served in World War II. Yeah.
Awesome. Was he active with the post that you're a member of, or was he active with the VFW?
No, not that I remember so much. It was more on my mom's side. I'm under my grandfather on my dad's side.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know you said 4 generations. That's why I was just trying to, I'm always interested in that, because a lot of people don't know they're eligible for the auxiliary.
Absolutely.
They feel like, oh, well, my dad was never really part of it, so I can't be part of the auxiliary, and it can't be further from the truth.
Yeah. I educate a lot of people on that, and also too letting them know, like, you can start at the age of 16. So like if any kids are out there, or 16, and they're interested and want to be part of something and help veterans and their families, they can go underneath their grandfather or, their dad, loved one. They think like if it's my parent, they don't serve, then I can't be a part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just look at the wheelhouse, and you can definitely.
I love that infographic. It's one of my favorite things, because it really does show the whole picture there.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The great thing about that too is they made a change where, if you have a stepdad, you can come under him, or stepmom, and under two, like, a lot of people think, well, that's not my biological parent. Not now, because people are raised by different kinds of people in today's world. So that's a great thing that I'm so glad they changed.
Is it true the in-laws are also, like, do they get in, or it's not the in-laws? It's only the stepchildren, right?
Not quite following, like
so if my daughter marries a guy, can he join the auxiliary as my son-in-law?
I don't know.
No, it's only stepchildren, right? And
yeah. Okay. Like it's direct, like the child.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And I have an auxiliary at my post. We're one of the 5 VFWs that have auxiliary in my district. We're trying to change that and build it up a little bit more, but because I didn't realize it was that bad. We only have 5 out of 14, so we're definitely looking to see how we can build that up, because a couple of years ago we didn't even have one. It was one of my things that I pushed in my second year of being a commander. I was like, I want an auxiliary. Took forever. Just getting the 15 people to show up on the same night in the same room to sign the charter, and like, what's her name? Donna or Debbie? No, Donna was there, and she just saw the frustration in my face, because the first meeting we didn't have 15, and I was like going nuts. But we eventually got it done, got the charter, where my auxiliary is 4 years strong so far.
That's excellent.
And they're trying to do more things and grow as they go. So, all right, so that's great. I got that picture. So talk a little bit. Why are you? What was the presentation today? Go into a little bit about the other org.
Today I had the opportunity to give Commander Smith a gift from Southside Area High School, which is just outside, just on the edge of Beaver County. What I do is I have what's called the Western Pennsylvania Gold Star Game, or the WPA Gold Star Game. And this is where we honor fallen heroes throughout Western Pennsylvania. I have through football. Did I say that? Did I say through football?
Yeah,
I want to make sure.
yeah.
So I have 10 boys from each team that are going to play each other. They're going to willingly give up their name to play for a fallen hero. And anytime that their name is called over the loudspeaker, it would be the fallen hero. So, for example, I'm a Gold Star family member. I lost my brother in 2007. So if Johnny Smith is making the play and he makes a touchdown, it'd be Petty Officer Robert Gilbertson, second class Petty Officer Robert Gilbertson for the touchdown.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you have, it's not a whole team, it's individuals on 10 different teams, or is it?
Well, this year we had four games, we had 8 teams,
Mhm.
and it's 10 players from each team.
Oh, okay.
So we have 10 boys from each team that play that night. So
Mhm.
it's like the fallen hero game.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There was a mom, Suzanne Schaefer, who's outside of Harrisburg. She lost her son who was in the Coast Guard, and she started this game. I can't take full credit for it, but she does her game a lot differently than the way we do ours. She just has one game, one team. I think there's 15 players. Those boys that play in that game have to do community service in order to play in that game. I think they have to have like 25 hours of like community service.
Wow.
And then also too, it's like a non-section game. Like it's a game before, like.
So it doesn't affect the standings or, all those other things. It's just.
Yeah. Where our game, we have both teams play.
Mhm.
So we have a total of 20 players, heroes being honored that night.
So let's say somebody's listening to this and they think it's a cool concept.
Yeah.
What would be their next step? Like, how would they get this started?
The next step would be is to go. We're in the middle of getting a web page done, but I would just go to Facebook. We do have a link.
Yep.
It's the WPA Gold Star Game. Also, too, you can go onto YouTube. Beaver County Events has done a beautiful video and highlights what the whole event is. It is 25 minutes long. I will tell you, you will cry. It does get a little emotional, but I think that's the purpose of it. These men and women gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we could have the freedoms that we have today. So we're just doing what we can to honor their legacy and keep it alive. So if you go onto YouTube, and I'm just going to sneak a peek here at my phone real quick. If you go to the WPA Gold Star Family Football Game at Avonworth, AVONWORTH, there will be a video that comes up.
I'll link both the Facebook and that YouTube video
Excellent.
in the chat, when we post this. So, I really like this because it's a different avenue. I mean, we see a lot of the hometown hero banners. You see, especially around like Veterans Day, you see a lot of things. But this is just something that's independent, and it's a pretty cool story.
Yeah.
Well, so
I forgot to tell you why we were talking about Commander Smith, and we got off topic. So what I did today was we honored Commander Smith's brother, Sergeant Tommy Smith, who was in Vietnam, never made it home. We honored him in the game this year when Avonworth played Southside, and Southside had a gift for the families, and Commander Smith was unable to attend that game due to his duties as state commander. So we honored him this morning with that gift from Southside.
I know he was touched. I don't think he even knew about it.
He didn't. We kind of kept it.
Yeah.
Former Commander Wayne Perry, I got in touch with him and we kind of worked this little thing out. And yeah, it is a little bit emotional, but it's all for the right reasons.
Because we were sitting back here. I'm sitting back here with Jess King, and because we were talking about other podcasts we're going to be doing, and we heard you talking up there, and she's District 29's commander. She's like, I don't know anything about this, and it's so funny how like this stuff is right in your backyard, or like something that really is interesting, and you have no idea. So I think she's definitely going to be reaching out to you.
Yeah, especially since we do 2 games in Allegheny County. So we had Avonworth and Southside, and then we had Bethel Park and West A. Bethel Park was amazing. That game was. We had a former Steeler come out.
Nice.
The Steelers actually broadcast that game. I can give you the link. They did it. They did a really nice job of broadcasting that. KDK and WTA were there. It was a really great game. All the games are great, but it just seems like every game that we keep doing, they get better and better. And like I said this morning, my goal was to have this game over the state of Pennsylvania, to have this game played. And now, after being with an organization, Legacies Alive, which is just strictly geared towards Gold Star families and wanting to keep the legacy alive of those families, of that fallen hero. It just keeps getting better and better, like I said. And being with Legacies Alive, I was at the Army Navy game with them and got to meet a lot of great people throughout the country. And they actually had a Jumbotron, like a small one, and they had a commercial of mine up, and everybody was like, "Where's Dana? Where's Dana? I got to find her." So now we have 7 states that want this. So I'm going to be sitting down and putting a whole agenda syllabus together and just kind of like, here it is. This is how we run the game. You can do it this way. You can do it however you want, but this is what we do.
Yeah, these are the bare bones, and this is how you start off. That's usually first people. Do I reach out to the school? Do I reach out to the athletic director? Do I?
Definitely do the athletic director first, kind of go through the chains, or even ask the football coach first, be like, this is what we do. Would you be interested? And then we'll get in touch with the athletic director, because there's a lot that goes into it. Like, we actually have a team tailgate before the game. So it's kind of like a senior night. We honor the families. They come out on the field. We have a team tailgate. All the food's donated because we're completely nonprofit. And then the families come in, the Gold Star families come in, and then the parents of the player come down, and they get to talk with their families. And then prior to the game starting, we have we do a team meet and greet. And that's held at the 316th precinct over in Moon Township, just north of Pittsburgh. And they let us do this team meet and greet where 2 Gold Star family members, so it'd be like me and my mom, and then the player comes in with the one parent, and they sit down, and we have a beautiful lunch, and we have a guest speaker. The flags are out. It's very military. It's great, and it's just it's wonderful. So they get to learn about their hero and who they're playing for, and then the family gets to learn about their player.
Yeah. I'm going so many realms. Well, one, I'm excited. I want you to come to the Army Navy game because that's in Philly this year.
Yes.
So we'll be there for that. And I really think about the tie with the Travis Manion Foundation. So I'm a speaker for Travis Manion. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but Travis Manion oh my God, I'm forget the names again. Travis Manion's story was he was a Army Ranger. Navy SEAL who perished over in Afghanistan. And before he left, like his brother-in-law made a joke. They were at the Eagles game, and he was going to push him down some stairs and like, if I break your ankle, you don't have to go. Yeah. And he famously looked at him and said, if not me, then who? Like, if I don't go, then somebody who's not trained as well as me has to go. So that was like, and when he passed away, that was really the family's mantra, is that he went because he had to go.
He had to go.
And it's horrible that he perished, but at the same time, that's what he wanted.
It's crazy how we all have a purpose in life. Like I wanted to be in the Air Force, and I went and took my AVAB. I was ready to go to boot camp, and things happened, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you're not going." And then 10 years later, I lost my brother, and I just think it's kind of like God's way saying, like, this is why you weren't supposed to go, and you're supposed to be doing what you're doing. And I've come to terms with that. Like, it's a good thing. So
it is. It's important, and I really like the story. And I can think of other organizations like Team Red, White, and Blue. I can think of a lot of other, because it's one thing I say about the VFW. We're always trying to create our own thing. There's like 500,000 organizations that help out veterans, and I think the more because everybody has the same struggles. They're trying to find membership. They're trying to find people involved, trying to find volunteers. And all we've done is thin out the volunteer field because we have so many other organizations, So I try as a VFW, like, I love that one of our things for All-American this year was partnering with other organizations.
Yeah,
it's
definitely cross-programming.
Exactly. And it's really interesting the way you talk about it. And I think anybody who's hearing this, if you're jazzed up like I am, like, this could be something I could do at my school, or, if they already do a veterans night, or if they're already kind of there, you're trying to break into them, for different things. It's a definite, big addition. All right. Anything else, that I can cover? That was my brief little, thing here, but like I said, about 15 minutes. Just wanted to talk about it. We'll get this podcast out so everybody can be involved. And
I just thank you for letting me be on. Thank you for your service. Welcome home.
Thank you.
And just the more this is my mantra. Like, you die twice in this world. You die when your soul leaves your body, and you die when your name is completely forgotten and never said. So this is what, we're doing. We don't want to never forget. We always want to keep the legacies alive of our fallen.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate everybody for listening in. There's probably going to be more coming out. I'm sure we're going to get Nate. Hopefully I can wrangle Nate. Hopefully I can wrangle the candidates for junior vice here. And I'll see who else I can get on for 15-minute little hits while this is going on. It's a great event. I can't push the people. If you want to be involved in the VFW, you got to come to these events. They may seem like a bore, but I'm telling you, every time I come, I feel like I pull a nugget. And then there's people here who've been coming for 30 freaking years, and they're still coming, and they're not going to stop. And they're still. I hope they're still pulling something out, or they just have nothing else to do in the end of January when it's freezing outside. But we're enjoying it. We're going to have the Voice of Democracy and Patriot Pens winners. Those are always the best. If you guys look up hashtag VFWPA, I gave all of those kids a challenge to put pictures up of them out and about today.
Oh, nice.
And I'm doing out of my own pocket. I'm going to do a $50 Amazon gift card for the ones I'm going to randomly draw one of the kids to whether they do it on Gram or on TikTok or anything else. I gave them an open thing because I wanted to kind of push what they're doing and what they're seeing while they're out here in this area. All right, appreciate it, everybody. Walt Hartnett, VFWPF Concat, VFW Pennsylvania podcast. I can't rush through that, guys. All right, talk to you everybody. Bye.